Hello and welcome in our YouTube channel Metallurgical Facts. So in this video we will do numerical problem related to sieve analysis. So this sieve analysis topic is very important and you will get 1 or 2 marks question from this sieve analysis part, and the question will be very easy, but you should know about the terminology which is used in sieve analysis, and the other things, other formula I will supply in next question also. Okay, so please watch this video carefully and try to understand this concept behind sieve analysis. Okay, so suppose we all have done this sieve analysis in our undergraduate programs. Okay, so sieve sizes. So I am trying to draw here a sieve. Okay, so this is a magnified version. Okay, so don't worry, this is a magnified version. This is sieve, and upon this sieve you will see like that there is a openings in square shapes. Okay, and if I will draw here in magnified version, only only this part. Okay, so we will get like that. This is of same size square shape. Okay, so so this is the magnified version of this part only. Okay, so if we will talk about only one opening, means like that, if we will talk about only these things. Okay, so what how we can draw this in magnified version. Okay, so I'm trying to draw here. So okay, so this is a magnified version of this wire, or you can say the openings. Okay, so uh, this much length is known as W, which is basically the mesh. This is basically known as the mesh width. Okay, so this W is what? W is mesh width, and this W is mesh width, and the diameter D. This D is basically diameter of wire. Okay, so wire which we are using for creating this sieve. Okay, so this is diameter of wire. This D is known as diameter of wire, and this is the aperture. Okay, so this square shape, this square shape is basically the known as the aperture. Okay, so what is the mesh size? Okay, so I will tell you again what is the mesh size. Mesh size may be defined with the as the mesh number. Okay, and what is the mesh number? Mesh number is the size of the particle that can be passed through this opening. Okay, so suppose if the mesh size of this opening is 100, so you can pass only 100 mesh size particle through this openings. Above than this mesh size you cannot pass through this sieve. Okay, so this is the mesh number only. Okay, so mesh number we can define by like that: number of number of openings in one linear inch of screens. Okay, so this is the terminology which is used, mesh number. So mesh number is basically number of openings in one linear inch of screens. Okay, so whatever the number of openings in one inch, that is known as mesh number. Okay, and that mesh number may be defined as the size of the particle that can be passed through this screen. Okay, so suppose if they are saying that there is a 4 mesh size screen. So what is the meaning of this meaning this the meaning of this it means is that 4 square per inches screen. Okay, so there are four openings per inches. Okay, per inch of screen, you may say, per inch of screen, and we have 1 inch is equals to 25.4 mm. So this is unit, and generally in this sieve analysis we measure the length, we measure the particle size in micron meter or micrometer. Okay, so the micron is also known as micrometer. Okay, so micrometer, 1 micrometer is basically 10 to power 3 minus 3 millimeters. Okay, so this is mu m. Okay, so this is all about the unit conversion in sieve analysis, and this is the terminology which is used. So now what is the aperture, meaning of aperture? Okay, so what is aperture? I will tell you here. So aperture is basically the minimum, the minimum linear distance, the minimum linear distance between the edges of each opening. Okay, so this is the this is known as each openings in the mesh size, each opening in the mesh, you can say. Okay, so this is known as aperture. So we need to find the aperture size here. Okay, so there is a ASTM graph, ASTM table is given for finding this aperture size according to the mesh size. Okay, so you can directly recall those things. And if you cannot remember, I will give you the formula how to calculate the aperture size. Okay, so first of all, I will write here, I will make a table of this mesh size, that is standard mesh size with the microns of apertures. Okay, so if we are having a mesh size 35, so that the aperture size will be 500. Okay, and for 40 it is 400, for 45 likewise, for 45 this is 354, for 50 it is 297. As this mesh size will increase, this aperture size will decrease. So this is aperture basically. Okay, so 50, and likewise for 60, for 70, for 100, for 80 also. Okay, and here I want to mention about 200. So if we will talk about the 200, that will be 74. Okay, so if you can remember this table, that is well and okay. But if you cannot remember this table, you should remember the formula which I am giving here for finding the aperture size. Okay, so what is the formula for finding the aperture size? This list you may find on internet or in any powder metallurgy book. Okay, so this is very easy. This is not easy to learn this table, but you can remember the formula for finding the aperture size. Okay, so aperture size may be find, aperture size is equals to 25.4, that by mesh size minus wire diameter. Okay, because earlier I have told you the definition of this aperture size, the minimum linear distance between the edges of each opening in the mesh. So the minimum linear distance between the edges of each opening in the mesh may be defined as the 1 by mesh size, and this 1 basically is for inches, and we can convert this inches into millimeters. Okay, so that's why this 25.4 is in mm by mesh size minus wire diameter, and this will also be in an only. Okay, so the wire diameter, that is d, is given here, that is 53 micron meter. So we can change it into in millimeters only. Okay, so 10 to power minus 3, if we will multiply by 10 power minus 3, that will be in mm. Okay, so now we will put the value and we will find the aperture side, that is as. Okay, so 25.4 by mesh size is also given, that is 200 minus wire diameter in mm, so that will be 0.053 in mm, and here we will find the aperture size in mm only. Okay, so that will be equals to 0.074 mm. But here in this question they are asking the mesh size in the aperture size in micron meter, so we can convert it into micron meter by multiplying 10 power 3, because we know the relation between micron meter and millimeter. Okay, that's why I have already told you. Okay, so multiply by 10 power 3, so we will get in micron meter, that will be 74 mu m. Okay, so this is the correct answer. This 74 mu m is correct answer. And directly, if you remember, if you can remember the 200, that is 74, so that will also be okay. So for 100, that is 149, for 70 210, for 60 that is 250. Okay, so you can remember like that. You can remember for 50, you can remember for 100, 200, and so on. Okay, but this formula is very important. This formula is very important for finding the aperture size. Okay, and always remember, whenever you are taking this wire diameter, always take into mm, otherwise it will be wrong, because here we change this inches into mm only. Okay, so this is the verified formula for finding this aperture size. So aperture size will be 74 micron meters. So the question is, the figure below shows the cumulative size distribution of particle of a crushed mineral in figure. Okay, so 10 kg of this material is first passed through a sieve size of 400 micron. Means we are having a 400 micron sieve size. Okay, sieve here, and this is 400 micron basically. Okay, so they are saying that 10 kg of this material will be passed through this 400 micron, and the next line is that then through a sieve size of 300 micron. So remaining material will be passed through this sieve of 300 micron. Okay, so the size of this sieve is 300 micron. So we are having 10 kgs, and they are in figure they are showing that cumulative weight percent at 400 is 40%. Okay, so they are saying that the 40% of this 10 kg, this 40% of this 10 kg means 4 kg will still remain on this sieve size. So this 4 kg will be passed through this 300 microns. Okay, so again in this question, again this figure they are showing that at particle size of 300 micron will uh, at particle size of 300 micron cumulative weight percent is 10. Okay, means at 300 micron the cumulative weight is 10%, is still means 10% of this 10 kgs. Okay, so that is 1 kg. So this 1 kg will be passed through another sieve of minimum size, maybe 200 microns. Okay, we will not consider. So the meaning of this is that this 40% material pass through this 400 micron sieve and reaches up to 300 micron. Okay, means 4 kg will reach at 300 micron sieve size, and again this again 10% of this material, again 10% of this material will go for the next sieve. Okay, so there are two ways of solving this type of question. So first way is that we are having 4 kg, and the 1 kg is passed 1 kg is passed through this 300 micron size. So remaining will be like that. So we can find the material retained. So the first type is material retained in 300 micron sieve is equals to weight which reach weight reaches at 300 microns. Okay, and we will subtract the weight which passes at 300 microns. Okay, so in this figure we can say the weight reaches at 300 microns are 4 kg, and a weight which passes at 300 micron, that is 10%. Again 10% means that is 1 kg. Okay, so what is remaining at 300 microns, that is 3 kg. Okay, so this is the one way of finding this question. This is the correct answer also. Okay, and we can find this question by using one formula also. Okay, so what is that formula? Formula is that cpr is equals to cmr by m into 100. Okay, so what is the cpr is basically uh, cumulative percentage retained. Okay, and what is this cmr is cumulative mass or weight, you can say mass or weight retained. Okay, so this is the difference. This is in percentage, but this is in masses. Okay, and what is m is the total mass or total dry material basically in kgs. Okay, so whatever will be the unit, you will find the cmr in that unit only. So here we need to find this cmr, but we need to find this cpr also here. So how we can find this cpr? So in this question we find like that cumulative weight percentage at sieve size 400 micron is equals to 40%. Okay, so they have given already in question that the cumulative weight percentage at 400 micron is 40%, and at sieve size of 300 micron is is 10%. Okay, so what is the retained, what is the percentage retained, what is the cumulative percentage retained retained, that we can find by subtracting this value 40 minus 10, that will be equals to 30%. Okay, so this is the value which is representing this cumulative percentage retained. Okay, so now we will put this value here in this question, that is CPR is 30 is equals to CMR. We need to find CMR. CMR is cumulative percentage, cumulative mass retained. We need to find the cumulative mass retained. This cumulative is basically for individual mesh sizes. Okay, suppose we are using only that size mesh, then only we can find this cumulative retained. Okay, cumulative mass retained. So this CMR by 10 into 100. Okay, so from here we can find this CMR, that CMR will come in 300 kgs, because this 10 is also in kg, so the unit of the CMR will be 300 kg, that is cumulative mass retained. Okay, so this is important because this is given through this, you can observe through this figure, so you can find easily that 40%, this is 10%, so cumulative percentage retained we can find 40 minus 10, that is 30%. And you can apply this formula, you can find the cumulative percentage retained and cumulative mass retained. And similarly, so this is the correct answer. And the second formula is that IPR is equals to IMR by M into 100. So this is the second formula which is used for individual percentage retained, and this is individual mass retained. But here they are asking about cumulative, that's why we have taken CPR is equals to CMR by M into 100. In somewhere in next questions they may ask that try to calculate individual percentage retained, so you need to apply this formula. IPR is equals to IMR by M into 100. Everything is similar, just they are asking about individual. Okay, so I hope you have understood this question. This question is very important. Just try to remember this formula. If you will try to do this way, that is also good, but presence of mind is very important here in this case. But here you can just simply apply the formula, you can find the values, and you can find the answer. So 3 kg is correct answer for this question. Thank you guys for your attention. Hope you have understood this question and hope you have learned something new in this video. We'll come with more questions in our upcoming videos. Please try to put your problems on our Instagram page. We will solve those questions one by one. Thank you.